Hello everyone, doing a review today on my Busse Son of Badger LE limited edition. It's number 72. I did a review yesterday on my By Brown sheath. It's made by Dan Brown. You can look at that in my feed. As for the knife, I have a little bit of stats on it, and the blade steel Infi in this one. The blade length is 4.75 inches. The overall length is 9.5 inches. It weighs 16.3 ounces without the sheath, and the blade thickness is 0.164. And it feels in comparison to Survival GSO, I believe, 4, and I would say that was in pretty comparable to that one. I just didn't care for the steel on that. That was a very chippy blade. Only used it a couple times, and the blade was very, very chippy. So I got rid of it, and I have fallen in love with this blade. I love the edge. I love the geometry of the handle. They call this the palm swell right down here, and it really is a palm swell. Unbelievable. It's like somebody came over here and measured my hand. I have about medium-sized hands. I wear medium-sized gloves at work, and it fits my hand like it was made for it. It's got that brick pattern in the micarta scales. It's got a lanyard hole. It's got another hole down here for maybe tying it down to a stick. Make a lance out of it. Get some reach if you needed to. The next thing I would say is I can compare it to a couple knives that I have. I have another Busse, which is the Mean Street Ergo, and that's also in Infi. As when you put them together, you see quite a bit of difference in the length, and the grip is, I'd say, comparable. It fits my hand pretty good for my medium-sized hands. The hole's all similar. You got the lanyard hole, you got the other hole near the choil. Very good user. I love this knife for all my little small tasks. I've actually opened up a few tin cans with this out in the wild. Not a single nick in the blade. Nothing. I'm very, very impressed with the steel. That's why I bought the second one right here. And can't go wrong with it. I'm going to compare it also with another quite common knife that people like, and they're out there. This is the Cold Steel in CPM-4V, which is a super steel, and this is the Master Hunter. So if you look at them, blades very similar in length. It might be a 1/4 inch longer. The Busse might be a 1/4 inch longer, but when you compare the edge to edge, the working edge, actually the Master Hunter is a little bit longer. I'd say a 1/4 inch as well. So 1/4 inch longer on the Busse for the overall length, 1/4 inch longer usable blade on the Master Hunter. You got that Respirin, whatever, that rubberized grip on the Master Hunter. You're not going to drop this on accident unless you're really messy, gory. This right here, you might get a little slippier. But when you're comparing apples to oranges, $100 knife, you can't go wrong with that either. It's just a good knife to have as maybe a backup. This is what I would call my wife's knife. I gave her this one, donated it to her, so she doesn't carry around some crappy Walmart brand. I had to throw that away. As for this one, I would definitely recommend this one over the GSO. I would recommend this over the SE, just due to the fact of the SE it's a 1095 steel, I believe. It rusts. The CPM-4V will rust. I've actually pulled it out of its sheath and found rust on it, having not even been out in the wild. So just maintaining my equipment, I've pulled it out and there's some rust. So the argument is less rust. So I go for the one that doesn't rust. This one will patina, the Busse. If I use it, the more often I use it, it will start showing a patina, like this one right here. You can see a little bit of a rainbow pattern to it. Looks a little oily maybe. That's not oil. That's a little bit of a patina. But what I'm gonna do is take some very fine sandpaper and take that off. And you might even see the marks go away from opening the tin can. And whenever I got this was used, so it was a user. A lot of these marks on here came this way. And that's a good thing about Infi steel, is it's very easily to work on. You can easily work it, sand it, sharpening it really easily on a strop instead of having to put any kind of coarse stone to it. So if you guys have any questions, leave them down in the comments. And if you like the review, hit like. Thank you.